Good evening, my dear friends around the world. This is Santa Claus coming to you on this historic July 16th, 2025, a day that reminds us of humanity's remarkable journey as 56 years ago today, Apollo 11 launched from Florida, leading to those first miraculous footsteps on the moon. What wonders we can achieve when we work together in harmony. I'm troubled today by the words of NATO Chief Rutte, who has issued stern warnings to China, India, and Brazil regarding their trade relationships with Russia. My heart always aches when I see nations speaking to one another with threats rather than extending hands of friendship and understanding. Peace requires dialogue, not intimidation, my friends. Now, turning our gaze to the Middle East, where troubling news comes from Syria. Israel has conducted strikes on Syrian military targets in Damascus, saying they've struck the entrance to the Syrian regime's headquarters. The beautiful Druze communities in southern Syria find themselves caught in the middle of conflict, with their brothers and sisters in Israel calling for protection. How my heart aches for all peoples of this ancient land, each with their own rich traditions and faiths, now living in the shadow of violence instead of the light of cooperation. While within Israel itself, Prime Minister Netanyahu's government faces new challenges as the United Torah Judaism party has departed from his coalition over the contentious issue of military service exemptions for ultra-Orthodox Jews. His government now holds the slimmest of majorities in parliament, with just 61 of 120 seats. In times of difficulty, I always believe that listening to one another with respect and finding compromise is the path forward. In Iraq's Kurdish region, concerning news of drone attacks on oil fields has emerged, with several facilities now out of commission. No group has claimed responsibility, but these attacks have heightened tensions between Baghdad and Kurdish authorities. How I wish that all would remember that the resources of this earth are meant to sustain all of God's children, not become targets in conflict. On a more hopeful note, thousands of Afghans at risk of Taliban reprisals have been secretly brought to the United Kingdom. After a data breach that accidentally revealed information about 19,000 Afghans seeking relocation, the British government established a program that has helped 900 Afghans and 3,600 of their family members find safety. This reminds us that even after mistakes, we can act with compassion to protect the vulnerable. Looking to Armenia and Azerbaijan, the United States has offered to manage a proposed transport corridor linking Azerbaijan to its exclave across Armenian territory. This 20-mile stretch of land represents both a challenge and an opportunity for neighbors who have known conflict for decades. May wisdom guide all involved toward a solution that respects the dignity and security of all people. In Ukraine, significant changes are underway as Parliament has voted to dismiss Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal in a wartime government shuffle, with Yulia Sviridenko expected to lead the new cabinet. The Parliament has also approved an additional $9.8 billion for defense spending as the conflict continues with no end in sight. How I long for the day when such resources might be directed toward building schools, hospitals, and homes instead of funding the machinery of war. And meanwhile, across the globe in Australia, a promising development in trade relations with China is emerging, with Canberra nearing a breakthrough deal that would allow Australian suppliers to ship trial canola cargoes to China after years of frozen trade. Such cooperation, even in small steps, warms my heart and shows what's possible when nations choose engagement. Yet beneath China's resilient economy, many workers like Zhang Jinming are facing pay cuts and turning to side hustles to make ends meet. Zhang delivers food for 3 hours each night after his regular job, hoping to avoid encounters with colleagues who might see this additional work as undignified. Let us remember that all honest work has dignity, and that behind economic statistics are real people striving to provide for their families. Finally, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang has drawn attention in Beijing, praising China's technological advances while visiting after the Trump administration allowed the company to resume selling one of its advanced AI chips to Chinese customers. As we navigate these complex relationships between nations, may we always remember that technology should serve to bring people together rather than drive them apart. As I prepare to return to my workshop at the North Pole, I leave you with this thought. In every conflict, in every negotiation, in every challenge we face, there is always an opportunity to choose kindness, to seek understanding, and to work toward peace. Until we meet again, this is Santa Claus wishing you all a blessed evening filled with love and goodwill toward all.